Good afternoon. Thank you, everyone. Here I'm going to talk about the potential of Industry 4.0 and IoT, not in a specific single opportunity for a single company. It's more of a collaborative potential available and need for a larger collaboration across large enterprises and small MSME or small solution providers. So let me talk about a couple of slides about our company. We are an IoT company. We started as MQTT as our base, and we have an IoT framework built in-house, and we have solutions around this platform where we have built a complete solution for manufacturing. We have hardware as well as software gateways which can pull out data, and we work with discrete manufacturing, energy, and utilities, and the platform will serve as solution for any kind of vertical, right? So, and our platform also support the protocols necessary for the smart factory, which is like spark plug and UNS and things like that, things along whatever is needed, right? With this platform, we today serve energy, utilities, and the other verticals, right? So as a company, today we have 100 plus customers, bootstrapped. We have 30 plus solutions provided across multiple verticals. Especially we work on smart manufacturing and core framework as a solution, right? The top companies include Johnson & Johnson and Baker Hughes and yeah. Okay, so I'm here going to talk about especially about the Industry 4.0, the manufacturing segment. Right? Where do we see the gap? As an overall, where do we see the gap in the manufacturing? The problem is like manufacturing has been silos of data for a very long time, still using Excels for their collaboration. Even the solutions built today are as silos. So ERP talks a different language, MES talks a different language, each and every PLC talks a different language. So there is no integration between these multiple pieces, right? So the first challenge is taking all these data into a common silo or making them talk together. The next potential gap is the capital constraint trap, where we see is like people are ready to pay for the hardware, right? Whatever you say for the hardware, they are ready to pay. Indian manufacturing ecosystem, basically what we see is like, whatever you say for hardware, they will pay. 73%, more than 73% of manufacturing is not ready to pay for software or the integration piece, which is very important to take the data together in the today's AI world, right? The other problem, what we see out of our 8 years of experience in Industry 4.0 is like the way they take from the POC to the scale-up phase, right? It is not about technology, right? So today, there are a lot of integration pieces already available to merge all these data points. But the problem comes into the understanding, right? How you understand the data to be put together for a decision-making level. So that is where we see the manufacturing gap. So this gap is available everywhere from large enterprises till the small MSMEs. That's the way we see it. Like the vendors, also from large industries to MSMEs, the consumer as well is across the board. Right? So where does the role of solution providers comes here, right? Solution providers, I put more like it is not just enterprises, it's all small companies as well, right? So the global economy or the opportunity is like $1.2 trillion, right? Even yesterday's budget, they have allocated $133 billion, like in dollar value for enhancing our manufacturing ecosystem in India. So that's what the central government has done. Having said this, what we see is like around 30% of the factories today adopt Industry 4.0. But still, how much of it is being useful on a day-to-day life is really a big question, right? So what we really see is like we have AI today, AI agents development is happening all across, but how do we put this together, right? Somebody from the solution perspective should be able to take this as a total ecosystem and make it happen for each and every industry. So that is going to be a bigger challenge. So how do I see the ecosystem play as a whole? putting all the people together. So when we see the individual opportunity as $1.2 trillion, we see the total opportunity as $2 trillion when we sit together and work together, right? So how we see is like the first stakeholder of this is a system integrator who works closely with the factories. They know the in and outs, the requirements, because the gap is very much between what the customer need as a requirement and what the solution provider provides. Because we have seen factories, we go as a second implementer, right? In a few companies, we have gone as a second implementer, where the understanding of what the customer need itself is not brought into the solution, right? So this we have seen in large enterprises as well as mid-segment, because it is either a communication gap or it is the understanding problem, right? So when we see that, so system integrator plays a major role, and IoT platform or MES vendors play a major role, the secondary role. Automation, because India lacks in automation still. Automation is still happening across, so automation vendors are very essential for understanding the data points. Vision is one of the major things. Vision needs to be integrated into the IoT, and then again, it has to go into the ERP, right? So AI agents are something very crucial here. So when we put everything as an ecosystem, we will be able to add value more to the customer as well as gain value as an overall ecosystem, right? So not seeing this as a solution point, I see the collaboration as a product-driven ecosystem which can be used multiple times. So that's how I see it's the ecosystem play. Right? So I would like to touch upon what we have done on energy as well. So one of the recent implementation, what we have done is like, we have mapped the manufacturing to the energy consumption, again, with the material consumption for a plastic injection molding company, right? So it is not about sustainability. It is not about sustainability. When you see the data, manufacturing uses a lot of energy and produces a lot of carbon footprint today, right? So efficiency is going to be directly equivalent to, proportional to the sustainability, and you have to see it from a cost-saving perspective. So energy is no more a sustainability factor, it's more of a cost-saving factor. All right. So I'll leave this with the 3 questions for 3 set of audience. One is for the factory, where we see like industries today know what they want today, but not in the future, it is futuristic scope. So given that statement, they don't have a long-term vision, they stop at pilots due to this, right? And as I said, the manufacturing is ready to invest on hardware, not on software. Again, the budget is also stating the same, right? So the billions of rupees invested on hardware and not for the software. The third one is like the pilots are done, but it is not scaling up. This is again for the solution providers and the ecosystem partners, which is much needed today. Thank you very much.